Iroquois' Justus Kleitz.
Justus Kleitz.
Justus Kleitz.
Iroquois' Justus Kleitz.
I'm Justus Kleitz. I play basketball and football. I've been playing sports since I was 6 years old. My parents got me into it, and the fact that my parents both played college sports. My brother, I always looked up to my brother playing sports. That's how I got into it, and I've loved it ever since. He set a great path. A lot to take in, I guess, as someone that was playing at 8th grade level on varsity. But as a kid that gets to watch someone as good as he was at both sports, it really helps. Someone that was, I was with every day for my whole life. I really just working out basketball, football. It's a blessing. It's helped tremendously.
So my name's Todd Kleitz. I'm the Iroquois boys varsity basketball coach. I've been doing this for a long time, both at the college level prior to this, and then at the high school level for about 7 years. Coaching the team's a great opportunity, especially in the district that I played at. I graduated here in '95, so to be able to come back and be able to coach here at Iroquois is definitely an honor. And then obviously to be able to coach not just my older son Trey, but now to coach Justus has been a kind of a special thing.
You go into another facility, you're getting a chance like your dad's a coach, you're the coach's kid, so it's like. At times it could be like kind of rough, but having them at home and as a coach, it's very nice.
It's always difficult when you coach your son. I think typically you're as a coach you've got to try to treat everybody the same way. That's kind of a mindset I have all the time. Normally when you're coaching your son, which I've done in 2 separate occasions with Trey and now Justus, you tend to be harder on them. So and I think sometimes I can be too hard on them, and then usually when I come home at night, I usually hear it from my wife and says, "Hey, could you be a little lighter on them?" But we've got a great relationship. Obviously, we have an opportunity to talk before games, during games, and then obviously after games to be able to kind of break things down that some other kids don't have an opportunity to do since we're around each other all the time. But coaching your son is a unique opportunity. I enjoy it. It does come with challenges, but it's definitely part of the reason I do what I do here. Obviously, when Trey came through, he was the first one since I was here. I graduated, like I said, in '95. With Trey coming through, he kind of set his own path, and I never played football, so Trey started out, being a quarterback at football level, at football program here with great coaches, and had a lot of success, and then that translated over into the basketball realm as well, and had a lot of success here. And Justus coming up, being 4 years apart, they did get a year to play together. Justus obviously was only an 8th grader when Trey was a senior, so didn't have a huge impact at the varsity level, even though he got a chance to play varsity. But for Justus, following in Trey's footsteps, obviously big shoes to fill. I think he's done it, and I think he's done it well on both the football field and the basketball court. But I think for Justus, he had a little bit more advantage than Trey because he had his older brother to look up to and to kind of get some experience from, and some kind of some words of wisdom, and that's definitely benefited him in the long run.
I kind of took action after what he did. He set up the team for me. I have great athletes around me in football, great receivers, and I had to take that leadership role for football this year.
It's Justus Kleitz. Justus.
True two-sport athlete. 6 touchdowns. Section 6 passing record holder.
Having the success that he's having.
Put together some great numbers this season.
Refuses to lose. Threw for 460 yards.
That natural work ethic is built into him.
With 3,234 yards his junior season.
There's a reason why he's setting the records and
the highest performer out there.
6,897 yards in his 3 seasons of varsity play. In Western New York's all-time single-season passing leader.
Put on a heck of a performance.
3rd all-time in New York State.
Game after game after game. He's that good.
Basketball I've been playing since 8th grade, so I've been around for a while, and I'm taking that leadership role this year, and I have a good season so far and ready to close it out again this season. This year's team's very close. This is the team that I've played with since I've been in 2nd, 3rd grade with club, school, since 3rd grade probably. and growing up ever since AAU basketball, travel basketball. We're just really close. We've been playing for a long time. Every guy's pretty much experienced, and that core five that we got are we're all pretty good friends. We're all very close.
I think what makes us a fairly talented team is obviously we've got some guys that have a lot of experience. We're returning 4 starters from last year's team, which obviously makes a difference. Anytime you return experience, that helps, especially in the early part of the season. As far as what playoffs look like, I think we're in the mix. There's a lot of really good teams. So when we get into sectional play, we'll move up to A1 this year. Last year we were A2. So A1, you've got some really good teams like Amherst, Cheektowaga, obviously Pioneer, Will South. So we compete against some bigger schools this year. I think we'll have a chance. I think you put our team on the court with anybody in the right situation. I think we can beat anybody as long as we show up and play well that day. Obviously, from a team standpoint, the success we have on the court, wins and losses are important. But like I said, just seeing these guys develop into good young men of character in the community is really important. From a individual standpoint with Justus, just to kind of see him continue to improve every game, every time he steps on the court. He works hard at it. It's one of those things where I think some people from the outside just think that he's good and he can just show up and play. And what they don't see is all the additional hours that he puts in before games, after games. If he has a bad game, we're fortunate enough to have a gym at our house. He'll go, home to the gym and get a workout in. So, so that's kind of what I'm most proud of is the determination and the effort that he's put in to kind of reach, the place he's been, the place he's at right now.
Right now I'm keeping both options open for basketball and football, but I would say my true passion is basketball. So I'm leaning toward basketball, but I want to keep both options open. Just like my recruiter and my dad been telling me, keep both options open and whatever happens.
Yeah, the biggest thing is obviously go out and compete, play hard, but understand it's just a game. And this is just for Justus, obviously, and for all my players. Pick up life lessons from sports, and that's really what playing sports is about. The majority of the kids that play high school basketball, they'll finish after high school. They won't play at the next level. So my goal is to kind of impart some information, some wisdom to them on what it's like to kind of go past the basketball court at the high school level, and that's really just understanding what it's what teamwork's about, what being a good teammate's about, having responsibility, being a person of good character. So it's really the life lessons that that we can impart as coaches into players that after they finish with us, they can take on with them.
Probably just a leader, someone that puts God first in both sports, around school. Who's just a overall good person that instead of making myself first, I put other people first.
Perfect.
Number 1, Justus Kleitz.